I think I need to explain the videos that you've been seeing since my surgery. It has really affected me mentally. I'm not sure why. My best guess is because this is the third time in my life I have come close to the edge and almost walked over it. And you know what that edge is. It has made me very introspective, not sad, but realizing that maybe by communicating this, my life, which was unusual, to say the least, it will help other people who have lived in similar circumstances. There was never a Leave It to Beaver in my house. I didn't have a house. I have told you before, I went from family member to family member. And my sister had always been ahead of me. Most family members did not like me, never gave a chance to me to even get to know me. They judged me the minute I walked in the door. What do you want? One aunt said to me, I'll never forget, I just wanted to get to know her. I didn't really know her, and I just moved out to California. First time ever meeting her, and I decided to go to her house. I just wanted to sit and talk, and maybe I could get to know her a little bit. When I got to her door and I knocked on it, she goes, "What do you want? Why are you here? We have nothing to give you." I think it was such a shocking statement. And I'm going to tell you about many, many instances in my life where I was told I was not wanted, they did not want me there. Never knew me, had never met me, but had heard about me. Okay? Had heard about me. And you'll never guess who was telling those stories. Yeah. The favorite of my family. So, can you tell? None of this is about being sad about what happened. All of this gave me strength. I follow a certain path. I believe in that path. And my path is led by God. Whether you believe it or in God or not, this is my path. All my strength. I've always been protected and saved in the last instance for some reason. And I think it's all about this. YouTube and telling my story. So many children's stories in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. And people wondered why in the 70s we were so thrilled to be freed from the family scenario. We were so thrilled to be able to make our own decisions because our childhoods were not childhoods that they showed on TV. No way. That's a fantasy. Now, I'm sure many people have had those kinds of childhoods. I'm sure they have, and I'm happy for them. But that was never my reality. And because I always lived in reality and survival mode, I never appreciated the fantasy world. That was the creative side. Never got there. And even today, we're surviving. But we're important. I think that by telling many parts of my story, and I'm going to try, I haven't really tried, but since this surgery, I'm way more perspective than I've ever been in my entire life. I'm getting a better viewpoint. I'm being open-minded, and I'm not shutting doors. Many things I've shut the door on and said, I'm not going to look at that again. Now I'm looking at it with different eyes. Why? can't tell you. But I know someone needs to hear it. Someone needs to know they have, and I've spoken to this many times, value. What they have to say is valuable. What they have to feel is valuable. Whether other people go, oh, you shouldn't feel that way, it doesn't matter what they think. It only matters what you think about yourself and caring for yourself and believing that you have a value and you can add. You can add to your family if you want. You can add to society if you want. Or you can just add to your friends. And friends are so important in this stage of our life. I'm so blessed to have really good friends. I am so blessed to have a really good son. And he really is. And don't throw out there, oh, well, you should be living with... No, I don't want to live with my son. It would change the dynamic of our relationship, and I don't want to change that. I am a very independent human being, and I know that, and my son recognizes that right off the bat. So there may be a point, but I pray there isn't, where I am totally dependent. I'm praying that won't happen. But if it does, then we'll deal with it then. But these videos about the past and what happened and what didn't happen are for those who really need to understand they're not alone. You're not the only one who had that kind of life. You're not the only one who was treated that way. You're not the only one who watched TV and said, well, that's not my life. I want all of you to know it's important to understand yourself, to appreciate yourself, not to just be selfish, but you do have to consider yourself at this age. This age, if you haven't appreciated yourself, you never will. And it's time. It's time to say, yes, went through that. Yep, sure did. That doesn't make me a bad person. That doesn't make me a sad person. Nobody has to feel sorry for me. I'm nobody's victim. Never will be anybody's victim. Anything I do, I take accountability for, and the consequences. If it's a bad decision, I'm going to pay the price. And each decision made, I think I know what the price is going to be. Maybe I don't. But you all need to kind of look back and say, well, yeah, let's just... Once I think you can talk about it, put it out in the universe, I think you can really shut the door and live a better life. I kind of wanted to explain things, and I never know if I explain them right or not. You guys give me feedback on it. I'm in a deep retrospective stage in my life. And unfortunately, I'm going to express it on YouTube. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.